These are the 14 One Piece characters who ate the same devil fruit. And the first one we are going to talk about is Ace and Sabo, who shares Flame Fruit. Ace was the first to eat the Flame Fruit, a devil fruit that gave him the power to create and control fire. With this ability, Ace became one of the strongest pirates, known for his fierce fighting style and his role as the 2nd Division commander of the Whitebeard pirates. His flames were not just a weapon, but a symbol of his fiery spirit and strong will. However, Ace's story ended tragically during the war at Marineford, where he lost his life protecting his friends and family. When Ace died, the Flame fruit was released back into the world, ready to be eaten again. Years later, in the middle of the Dressrosa tournament, Sabo, Ace's childhood friend and sworn brother, found the fruit and ate it. This moment wasn't just about gaining power. It was a way for Sabo to honor Ace's memory and keep his brother's fire alive. When Sabo used the flame powers for the first time, it felt like Ace was still fighting alongside them, through Sabo's hands. The flame that once burned in Ace now lives on in Sabo, a lasting tribute to their unbreakable bond. The second on the list is Mother Caramel and Linlin, and shares Soul Fruit. Mother Caramel was the first known user of the Soul Fruit, which gave her the ability to manipulate and control souls. She appeared kind and caring, but hid a dark secret. She was involved in selling orphans to the world government. Among those orphans was Linlin, who later became Big Mom. During Linlin's 5th birthday party, something tragic happened. Mother Caramel disappeared without a trace. It is believed that Linlin, in a fit of uncontrollable hunger and power, accidentally ate Mother Caramel and absorbed her devil fruit powers. This is how Linlin came to possess the Soul Fruit, but her use of it turned very different. Big Mom uses the fruit's power in terrifying ways, commanding souls to fight for her, and creating powerful beings called homies. The same fruit passed from Mother Caramel to Linlin shows how power can change depending on who holds it. One used it in secret, the other uses it to rule with fear. The third one on the list is Newgate and Teach, who shares Tremor Fruit. Whitebeard was the first known user of the Tremor Fruit, which gave him the incredible power to create massive shockwaves and earthquakes. With this fruit, he was called the strongest man in the world and could destroy entire islands with a single punch. His power was legendary, and he used it to protect his crew and keep peace in the pirate world. But after Whitebeard's death during the Marineford War, Blackbeard, one of the most cunning and ruthless pirates, managed to steal the Tremor Fruit's power after Whitebeard was dead. This was shocking because it was the first time someone had taken over another person's devil fruit ability by force. Blackbeard now holds both his original fruit power and Whitebeard's, making him extremely dangerous. This shows how the same devil fruit can be used very differently. Whitebeard used it to protect, while Blackbeard uses it to cause destruction and chaos. The next devil fruit user who shares same devil fruit is Kaido and Momonuskue, which was scientifically developed by Vegapunk. Kaido was the first and most famous user of the Dragon fruit model, Shiryu. This powerful devil fruit lets him transform into a massive, fearsome dragon with the ability to fly and breathe deadly blasts of fire and wind. Kaido's dragon form is one of the strongest and most terrifying in the world of One Piece, making him nearly unstoppable. But Momonosuke, the young son of Wano's former ruler, ate the exact same devil fruit. Instead, he ate a smile fruit at the Punk Hazard Lab, which was scientifically made by Vegapunk, which gives him a similar dragon ability but in a smaller, less powerful form. Though Momonosuke's transformation is not as strong as Kaido's, it still allows him to become a small dragon and fight against Kaido's rule. This shows how similar fruits can give very different powers depending on the fruit type and the user's strength. The next one on the list is Semimaru and Bartolomeo, who shares Barrier Fruit. Semimaru was the first known user of the Barrier Fruit, which gave him the power to create strong, invisible barriers that could protect him and trap enemies. He was a skilled samurai who used his barriers to defend himself and fight with great precision. Years later, Bartolomeo, a passionate fan of the Straw Hat Pirates, ate the same Bari no Mi. Bartolomeo's barriers are larger and more powerful, and he uses them to protect his friends and attack his enemies. While Semimaru's use was calm and precise, Bartolomeo's style is loud and aggressive, showing how the same devil fruit can be used in very different ways depending on the user's personality. Both have made the Bari no Mi famous, but in their own unique way. The next on the list, who is Higurashi and Bon Clay, who shares clone fruit. Higurashi was the original user of the clone fruit. This devil fruit gave her the power to transform into anyone she touched, copying both their face and voice perfectly. She used this ability in secretive and harmful ways, often to deceive others for personal gain. One of her most dangerous tricks was pretending to be powerful figures to manipulate the Wano government. After her death, the fruit reappeared in the world and was later eaten by Bon Clay. Unlike Higurashi, Bon Clay used the clone fruit for good. Even though he was a former enemy of the Straw Hats, he became one of Luffy's most loyal allies. Bon Clay used the fruit's power to save his friends multiple times, even risking his life for them. His selfless actions turned the same tricky power into something heroic. This shows how the clone fruit can be used to either betray or protect, depending on the heart of the person who holds it. In our final list, we have Absalom and Shiryu, who shares clear fruit. Absalom was the original user of the clear fruit, and this devil fruit gave him the power to turn himself invisible, and he used it mostly for sneaky, selfish reasons, like spying on people or attacking them by surprise. While his powers were useful, Absalom wasn't a strong fighter, and he didn't use the fruit to its full potential. But everything changed after his death. Shiryu, a powerful and ruthless swordsman from the Blackbeard pirates, took the clear fruit for himself. With his already dangerous combat skills, the power of invisibility made him even more deadly. Shiryu now uses the fruit to carry out silent surprise attacks, making him one of the most feared members of Blackbeard's crew. This is a perfect example of how a devil fruit's impact depends on who uses it. In Absalom's hands, it was more of a trick. In Shiryu's hands, it became a weapon of pure terror.